If I make this tiny sourdough starter, everyone has got to promise me to stop wasting flour so much. We're gonna do a starter from scratch. And I'm gonna use a half a teaspoon of water and a teaspoon of flour. The point of me doing this is to show you that you do not need a half a cup, 3/4 of a cup of flour and water in order to create a sourdough starter. You don't need that much. And I see it so many times where people get frustrated over the fact that they're using all of this flour and their sourdough starter isn't active yet and they're frustrated and they quit. So this glass is 187 grams. So I'm gonna mark that on the bottom because then the next time I go to feed it, I'm gonna know how much this jar weighs again so I can stay consistent. So I've got 187 grams on the bottom here and we are going to do a half a teaspoon of water and a teaspoon of flour. All right, zeroing out my scale. I've got my half teaspoon. So that equals to 4 grams of water. Zeroing it out. And now I've got a teaspoon. And I'm gonna do that of flour. It's not gonna be a perfect like teaspoon here, but you get the gist. That equal to 4 grams also. So I'm actually gonna do a teaspoon and a half. All right, so that equaled 5. And it was teetering back and forth between 4 and 5. So I'm gonna leave it at that. All right, and I'm just gonna stir it up like normal. It does not matter with how much you have. You can create a sourdough starter from very little. So here it is. Now we gotta figure out, what are we gonna name it? We don't know. I don't know what the name is. Maybe Posty 3.5, I don't know. But we'll name it. But that's exactly what I have in there right now. Through all of this, make sure you follow me so that way you can see exactly how this is going to respond and how quickly this is going to go and how this is going to end up as a teeny tiny starter.